sulatan na lang namin ang PhilHealth, no, para sa inputs nila sa bill na to. Let me ask DBM. So, Attorney Tricia, pati po yung matter nung, yun na ba yung official history nung nakaraang bill na binawi ng House yung version nili, tapos hindi na napirmahan ni Presidente dahil sa budget concerns. And then, gabay nyo, rekomendasyon nyo, paano natin maiwasan na maulit yung ganyan ngayon? Sige po.
Good afternoon again, Madam Chair. Yes, Madam Chair, on this bill po, we had various discussions po among the concerned agencies regarding this bill ng 19th Congress, and mainly ang concern po is budget issues considering na barangay level po yung pinag-uusapan natin dito. So and upon checking po ng 20th Congress na versions, similar pa rin po yung version nila on the 19th Congress po na bills. So first po is masikip po natin ilan po ba talaga yung barangay health workers, kasi as of now registered pa lang po and moving po yung data ng DOH. Last time po no, we had our position paper, nasa 253,400 DHWs pa lang po yun, and if titignan po is abutin siya ng 15.2 billion if 5,000 per month po yung ibibigay sa kanila. So, malaking budget po talaga yung kailangan. So, ang amon po sa in-explore po is yung magiging hatian po, yung sharing ng costing between the LGUs and the national government. Of course po, pagka yung BHW po ay naging plantilla na po siya ng LGUs at magiging considered po siya na LGU employee, yung funding po niya ay first na sa subject na po siya dun sa PS cap ng LGU. And at the same time, kailangan po sa LGU funds po siya i-charge. Hindi po siya pwedeng i-charge sa national government po. Yung mga existing naman po na benefits ngayon ng BHW, we know po meron na po under yung existing RA. And pag i-compare po natin, ensure na po na walang duplication. As to the training, may mga provided po yung mga non-cash incentives po na pwede na-provide ng ating government agencies, na yung funding naman po doon ay sa kanya-kanyang budget po ng agencies concerned pwede i-charge po. So, yun po, Madam Chair, yung concerns po namin last 19th Congress ay ganun pa rin po yung concerns po namin this 20th Congress. Thank you po, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Attorney Tricia. And thank you sa pag-input ninyo ng department nyo sa lahat ng mga clusters of bills ngayong araw. Kasi, syempre, yung practical na aspeto, kailangan din namin laging ipasok kasi gusto namin make sure na mailabas na batas. Pero, I guess, this 20th Congress, mas mag-hard bargaining kami sa DBM kesa nung 19th Congress. Dahil, bagamat sabi nyo nga, halos pare-pareho yung mga bills ngayon tulad noon, hindi po namin matatanggap yung parehong outcome tulad noon. Salamat na meron na kayong alternative na tinuturo na exploring hatian between LGUs and national government. Yun din naman yung basic principle namin nung nakaraan. And certainly subject sa PS, kung LGU plantilla sila, pero itong chargeable sa LGU, well, kaya naman din tayo nagkaroon ng Universal Healthcare Law para may reasonable, hindi renationalization across the board, pero at least sa city at provincial level, may paggamot dun sa unintended fragmentation ng health system. So, baka dun pwedeng mangyari yung sinabi ng department na hatian between or patak-patak between LGUs and national government. For sure, walang duplication sa benefits. Maraming gaps sa ngayon. And, okay, non-cash incentives through training. Siguro part naman yan ng career progression. Contemplated na rin dun sa kunyari, yung step ladder training and accreditation program sa BHW bills and sa kahit anong professional field, kahit sa gobyerno. So, chargeable sa funding ng ng agencies. So, I'll count on DBM's participation din sa TWG para pwede nating buuin yung pinaka pro-BHW financially sustainable, no, and or sound tapos sustainable na batas, kasi we intend to produce a Magna Carta for BHWs this Congress around. So salamat muli, Attorney Trisha. Could we hear, okay, Comsec wala sa ang DILG, ano po? Oh, okay. Susulatan natin sila ng 4 na love letter pagkatapos ng araw na to. From CHED, I guess it's Attorney Patricia? Yes, please.
Yes. Good afternoon, Madam Chair. So we would just like to comment on Section 11 of Senate Bill 1271. The Commission on Higher Education would like to note that it does not have jurisdiction over barangay health workers. Nonetheless, CHED stands ready to facilitate the engagement of faculty members from higher education institutions who may provide capacity building activities for BHWs. That would be all, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Attorney Patricia. That is a great offer. Salamat. I'm sure titignan yan mabuti with excitement ng TWG. And then siguro also hopefully if CHED participates in the TWG itself, pwede nyo rin po tignan yung isang provisions, at least isa sa mga bills dun sa Step Ladder Training and Accreditation Program para sa mga BHWs na gustong maging certified community health workers, midwives, nurses, doctors. Kasi doon papasok na rin sa ambit, I think, no, at least partially ng CHED.
Yes po, ma'am. Noted on that, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Attorney Patricia. Okay, oops. Titingnan ko sana yung aking listahan, may tumatawag. Gary, andito ka ba? Test na po. Yes, ma'am. Miss Carla.
Good afternoon po, Madam Chair, and everyone po. First po, TESDA lauds and acknowledges po the proposed legislation, which seeks not only to provide social protection to our barangay health workers, but also to promote the professionalization of the sector. But we are currently finalizing our official position paper with some recommendations po on select provisions po. But as presented po earlier po, no, your capacity building po of the barangay health workers are currently underway. So we're actively working with UH, the LGUs, and other concerned agencies in the capacity building initiatives po that will enhance and upgrade the knowledge and skills of our BHWs in line with TESDA's mandate. Further po, meron din naman po kaming existing TRs and competency standards that the LGUs can implement as part of the capacity building, which includes massage therapy, emergency medical services, barangay health service NC2 as presented earlier, caregiving, Hilot Wellness Massage, community nutrition services po, contact tracing, barangay infectious disease management, and pharmacy services. For details on interventions on barangay health workers, may I respectfully turn over po to my colleague, Mr. Lawrence Cruz po of the TESDA Community Local Government Engagement Office to provide us more information po. Thank you po.
Salamat. Thank you din, Ms. Carla. Yes, Mr. Cruz.
Good afternoon po, Madam Chair. Lawrence Cruz po from Community and Local Government Engagement Office from TESDA. So as mentioned po by my colleague, Ma'am Carla, TESDA has co-developed a training regulation on barangay health services NC2 together with DOH and the National Confederation of BHWs, barangay health workers. So for context po, in 2024, TESDA was able to reach around 6,000 individuals trained in barangay health services related qualifications, of which 5,439 have completed. Of this, those who completed, they have been 99% have been assessed, and 97% have passed the national assessment. So they have been issued with a national certification. I'm also pleased to inform this body that last year we implemented a pilot program called TESDA sa Barangay, which targeted barangay workers, which includes barangay health workers po. So in this pilot program, 928 barangay health workers have been reached, and with a similar certification rate of 97%. So this is a specialized community-based training program targeting existing barangay health workers to upskill them, especially those who are not have limited available time to attend training. Because for context, the barangay health services NC2 qualification takes around 58 days so to complete. So, given the prior learning of these existing workers, so the community-based training usually took around 20 days na lang po through non-formal community-based training programs. And it's much more cost-efficient for the government agencies, of course, with the support of the local government units. So, we are also pleased to inform that this body that Barangay Health Services NC2 qualification is also available online po through the TESDA online program. So since 2021, around 30,000 individuals po have taken this qualification. So through this combined means po, we can increase or improve access of our BHW. So they may initially access the online training through the TESDA online program, and if they complete, they will be issued with a certificate of completion. But for the issuance of the national certificate or the NC, they have to undergo the face-to-face assessment. Yan po. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cruz and Ms. Carla. It's great to know na may ongoing partnership na pala kayo with the Confederation at pati yung department sa mga NC2 certificate courses na ito. And impressive yung mga assessment and passing rates nila. Good job din po dun sa pilot program, no? May online pa pala ito. So it seems na in terms of yung career development, so meron na po tayong at least isang path. Baka yung magiging ipoproblematize talaga natin sa TWG, and we have to, and the committee is committed to coming up with a solution, ay dun sa compensation ng mga BHWs na no worker can live and work without. Pero salamat dun sa meron ng pieces of the final bill na hindi lang pino-formulate or tini-theorize pa lang, pero actually may mga ini-implementa na rin. Okay, so sa ibang mga bisita at sorry, hindi pa pala tapos. Okay, CSC. Wala na ba sila, Comsec? Wala na. Okay. Alright, so yung mga leagues na po, pakinggan natin. Hindi rin nakarating yung mga leagues. Marami tayong isusulat na love letters. Okay. Andito pa po ba yung BHW ng NCR? Si Ma'am Mirna. Okay po.
Magandang tanghali po, Madam Chair.
Gandang hapon na po.
Hapon na. Habang pinag-uusapan po natin ang mga batas po na ito, naway po hindi po maiiwan ang mga taong ito na kung saan po kami po mga BHW na kung saan po ay naging partner po ng Department of Health sa iba't ibang programa po. Hindi lamang sa komunidad, bagkus sa mga kasamahan po namin sa kabundukan. Kami din po ang mga partner ng mga pinag-usapan po natin ngayon tungkol sa HIV, TB at nutrition bago po dumating ang mga TB dots at barangay nutrition scholar. Kami po mga barangay health worker ang partner nito.
Mismo.
At alam ko po yan na alam niyo po ito, Madam Chair, kasi kasama po namin kayo noon pa. Ang barangay health workers po ay sabi nga po ng Department of Health ay partner din po kami ng 20 to 100 families sa bawat komunidad po. So kami po yung nagmamonitor ng lahat po na napag-usapan nating karamdaman ngayon para po ito po ay
magiging healthy po ang komunidad. Sabi nga po nila, kami po ang bayani hanggang wakas. Ngunit